What's up, guys? Curtis Riggleman here. Hey, I want to go over some outbound calls with you. In fact, I'm going to teach you the easiest outbound call to set appointments. All right? So I got an hour drive right now, so I figured I might as well shoot something that'll help somebody. I got a little time to kill. So your easiest outbound call to set appointments is going to be in your service drive. And the reason that's the easiest one is they're coming in anyway. They're already scheduled to come in. So there's a few techniques to this. Ideally, you want to do it the day prior. I usually do it, I'll try to hit these people around 6 o'clock p.m. the day before they're scheduled to come in. So you need to get a list from your service writer, or maybe you have access to the CRM that shows the appointments coming in the following day. But you want to get a list of who's coming in. And I want to time this around 6 p.m. the night before, because ideally I want these people at home. And the reason I want them at home is they may have to talk to somebody about this process before they can say yes. So sometimes I'll do the call the day of and I'll get customers very interested. And it always ends with, you know what, let me take this information home, talk to so-and-so. We hadn't planned on this, so forth. They like it, but I completely caught them off guard. So when I do it the night before, they have time to process this. They have time to talk to whoever they need to talk to and just kind of prepare themselves that if this deal is so sweet, do we want to take advantage of it? So timing's important. The day before is the right time, okay? Next, I want to pick my cars, okay? I try to pick cars that are between 2 and 4 years old, assuming they bought them new. You never know, but you have to just go with your assumption on these. Unless you have some information that shows you when they bought them, that's even better. But if you don't, then I always try to stay between 2 and 4 years old, assuming they've been in it 2 years. I have owned it for 2 years. The average trade-in is around 3. And when you get past 4, now they start getting close to getting it paid off. And you might get answers like, well, I've almost got this paid off. I'm going to keep my car for a while, so forth. Again, I want to focus on the lowest hanging fruit. I want you to get the most amount of yeses possible. So I'm really narrowing this down for you. I'm funneling this down to the perfect customer to get you the most yeses. Because yeses equal confidence. The more yeses you get, the more confident you're going to be making this call. And then we can go after the little more challenging ones, maybe equity call or something like that. But up front, the more yeses I can get, the more confident you're going to be, the more inspired you're going to be, the more you're going to be willing to continue doing this on your own. Okay, success creates more success. So I'm grabbing my customer that's coming in tomorrow. They got an oil change service. They got a 2.5-year-old car. Perfect fucking scenario. Now when I call them, there is a specific technique that needs to be done. You need to establish who are you, where are you calling from, why are you calling? What is the reason for this call? And what is the benefit to the customer before you allow them to talk? If you allow them to talk anywhere in between there, you have not got to the benefit for them to stay on this phone or the benefit why they need to hear you out, 9 out of 10 times they're going to tell you they're busy, they got something going on, can they call you back? What's a good? They're going to cut you off, okay? Don't call a prospect call and just try to fucking chit chat about nothing. Get to the point. They don't know who you are. They don't know why you're calling. You got about a 10-second window to get my attention or I'm going to terminate the call. So it's who are you? Why are you calling me? Where are you calling from? Why are you calling me? And what is the benefit to stay on this phone? So I'll give you an example of what's worked for me. Okay? If I'm calling a stranger, let's just say his name is Curtis. Okay? When they pick up the phone, the first thing I'm going to say is Curtis. I'm not going to ask, is Curtis available? Because I might get screened by Curtis. Okay? The motherfucker might be on the phone and tell me, oh, he's not available right now because he's assuming I'm a telemarketer. When you just say their name, Curtis, the natural thing to do is to answer, yeah, how can I help you? Yes. And you know you got the buyer on the phone. Okay? Then I go right into, who are you? Where are you calling from? Why are you calling me? Okay? Hey, Curtis, this is Curtis calling from Toyota Selma. The reason I'm reaching out to you, it shows you got an appointment tomorrow morning to get your oil changed, correct? Yes, I have a customer that is looking for a 2024 Camry SE like yours. We can't find one anywhere at the auction. I've been trying to get him one for 2 weeks. I saw yours coming in. I'm just curious, if I paid you over market value so I could help this customer get the car of their dreams, would you be willing to sell me your car? Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm creating urgency, and I'm creating a huge customer benefit right here. The customer benefit is, A, you have something that I need. That puts you in the winner's seat. Okay? There's urgency to it because I've been trying to find one for 2 weeks and I can't find one anywhere. And I can continue to add more urgency onto this, and I'll explain in a minute. But I'm putting the customer in a winning seat. They have what I want. I have a need. You have the answer. You're the one that's at the winning side of negotiation now, and I have a timeline. I've been searching for this for a couple of weeks. I'm afraid my customer is going to move on and hop off the hook. So before I lose this customer, I'd be willing to pay you over market value so I can help this customer get the car they want. Would you consider selling me your car if we paid you enough money for it? If this works correctly, you'll get a question, not a statement. A statement usually ends the phone call. That would be like, no, I'm not interested in selling my car, thanks anyway. I'm not going to keep grinding that. I'm going to move on to the next call in most cases. What I want's the question. The question usually is, well, how much can you give me? Or what's my car worth? What are you willing to pay? People do not ask questions about something if they don't have some interest. That's the way we work. If you have interest in something, you ask questions. I want a question. Do not be scared of a question, okay? When they turn around and say, well, what can you give me? Then I'll let them know the next part's easy, okay? Easy, convenient, efficient. This is what people want. The next part's easy. When you bring your car in tomorrow, it looks like you're scheduled for 9 a.m., I'm going to do a 10-minute appraisal. At that point, I'm going to make you an over market value offer. If you like the offer, we'll cut you a check. How's that sound? That sounds good. Boom, set the appointment. This is easy to say yes to. I have not asked them, will you buy a car from me yet? As soon as I say, will you buy a car, fish off. They're going to say, okay, gig is up. I get it. You just want to sell me a car. No, I'm not interested in selling my car. Thanks anyway. I don't want to talk about them buying a car at all. Not until I get them in front of me. Once I get them in front of me now, I'm going to get all the information on their vehicle. When I get all the information on their vehicle, then I need to create a stall. I need to buy some time. And then I'm going to let them know, hey, I'm going to turn this into my manager. He's going to submit it over to all of our stores. We have several stores and several wholesalers. And I'm going to get all their bids. Just in case somebody needs it more than I do, and they're willing to pay more, this will help you maximize your dollars. Is that fair enough? They're always going to say yes. That's customer benefit. Okay? Then I'm going to say, hey, while I'm doing that, question for you. If the offer comes back good enough and you like it, are you in the position to just sell me your car? Or would you need to replace it with something else? 99% of the time. Then they will tell me, I'll need to replace it with something else. I'll say, perfect. We got about 10, 15 minute window anyway. Let's go take a look what's outside. If something jumps out to you, I'll put the other numbers for you on that and your car both at the same time. That way you can make a good decision. Is that fair enough? Now what happens a lot of times, because I set this up the day before, the conversation at home, when they get off the phone with me, is they say, honey, you never believe what just happened. They called me, they need my car, they want to pay over market value. We've been thinking about getting something different anyway. Let's look online and see what they have. A lot of the times when I meet with them the next day and I go through this spiel, they turn around and show me a car on the website and they go, do you still have this? Game on. That's why I try to set it up the day before. Customers want to buy, they don't want to be sold. So I let them tell me, yes, I need to replace that vehicle. And then I'll say, okay, great. Let's do this. Let's kill two birds, one stone. Guys, I've sold a lot of cars this way, and it's easy. They're coming in anyway. I can make a living off just selling these cars and not take a single up. Role play this, practice it, see if it helps you. Let's fucking go.